So call me back. Okay, love you. Bye.
What's up, you guys, and welcome back to Emotionally Online, the show for spilling guts and sharing secrets, hosted by yours truly, the one and only Maddie. And today we are really in the truest sleepover vibes that we've had for a while. I'm starting to record this episode at 9 p.m. the night before I'm leaving to go back to my parents' house for Thanksgiving. Still haven't packed yet, so that's what I have to do after I record this podcast. Trying to keep it so Mango can't tell that we're traveling tomorrow. She always can figure it out somehow, but I haven't taken out my suitcase, started putting things in. So I feel like if I save that for tomorrow morning at the last second, I might be able to get away with it without her knowing that I'm about to put her in her carrier and take her with me. But we'll see. I get to meet my parents' new dog this week, Cody, the replacement for the other dog, Kobe, as you all know. So I'm pretty excited to just go home, spend some time with my family, meet this new dog, be by the ocean, play Toontown, as I deserve. I hosted my Friendsgiving over the past weekend, and it was a smash hit success, you guys. It was a potluck, so I wasn't cooking everything the way I'm about to for my family Thanksgiving. But the stuff that I made all went over fantastically. First of all, I made a roast chicken that I brined for like 8 hours before I cooked it. And I was a little nervous, I'm not going to lie, because I've never done a roast chicken before. I've done a turkey before, a small turkey for Friendsgiving in like 2017. So it's been a minute, but I'll just say I've never done something like that. It's been so long, I might as well have not fucking done it. I don't remember. The fact that I cooked a turkey once in 2017 didn't help me cook this roast chicken. I'll tell you that much. I didn't retain any of that. Anyways, worked really hard on this fucking chicken. And I was so nervous when I took it out of the oven and I carved into it and I took the first bite. And I was so pleasantly surprised. It was so good. The skin was so crispy. I was like, wow, how'd I do it so good? I loved it. So proud of myself. And then at the end of the night, it was all bones. Everyone ate the whole fucking thing. I was like, this is fantastic. I feel so proud of myself. I also made stuffed mushrooms, which were delicious. Smash hit. Fully gone. Ate them all up, which I had a feeling. It's my mom's stuffed mushrooms recipe that is always a smash hit in our household. And I was proud of myself that I made them taste the same way that my mom's taste. So that was great. And then I made baked mac and cheese, which was fine. Not as good as my other two dishes, but I think because I did a great roast chicken and stuffed mushrooms, I was like, I feel proud of myself. The mac and cheese was fine. So this was a nice little test run before I go home and do all of it for my family and a much larger group at that. And it's not a potluck. I'm cooking everything. But Friendsgiving was a lot of fun. My friends were over here. I didn't go to bed until 3 a.m. that night. So it was a long night. That's for sure. And then the next day I woke up and I slept for most of the day. I went to bed at 3 a.m, didn't wake up until like 11:30. And then once I woke up at 11:30, I like got up, had a bagel, and then took a nap from like 12:30 to 3:30. So I slept like most of the day. I was exhausted. And I guess I went to bed late last night. I went to bed at like midnight. But that's so unlike me. Like, if anybody knows me, you know that I don't like sleeping in. I love my mornings. I love having alone time in the mornings. It's like the spice of life to me. But also, more prominently, I hate naps. Because usually naps make me feel sick. I'm one of those people that naps make me feel nauseous, and the nausea doesn't go away until I get a full night's sleep. So it's like if I take a nap in the middle of the day, I'm going to be miserable the rest of the day until I just decide to go to bed. So if I take a nap, I might as well just call it a night. Mango is acting crazy right now. She's like jumping in my arms as I'm recording, doing what mangoes do. You know we're going on a trip tomorrow. Yeah, we're going to go home, be by the water. She's fine with traveling. I just always get stressed out because she like cries when I put her in the carrier. She cries for the first 5 minutes. And then the second we leave the house, she's quiet as a mouse, says nothing, is chill the whole ride that we're there on the train. And then once she's in the car, she likes sticking her head out and looking at the trees. And then she likes my parents' house because she gets to listen to the birds and watch the waves. It's a lot of good entertainment for her. So she does like it, but it's still stressful for me having to hear her cry when I put her in the carrier. It just makes me feel terrible inside. It does. It just makes me feel fucking ill. I can't listen to her be sad ever. You know that, Mango? I don't like listening to you when you're sad. I don't. So last week I said that I had not started watching Love Island Games just yet. Well, update. I started watching it. I'm only 3 episodes in. There's been like 18 or so episodes at the time that I'm recording this. So I've got a lot to catch up on, but I'm interested so far. It is, I don't know what I expected it to be, but I guess not like this. I'm still up in the air on how I feel about it because I think in like typical Love Island, the challenges are the worst part of the show. So the idea of them being like, you know what we should do? We should create a spin-off of Love Island where we take everybody's least favorite part and turn it into like a more major aspect of the show. So that's part of why I've been like less than excited to watch it. Because I feel like all season during the regular Love Island seasons, everyone's like, enough with these random fucking challenges. Like, I want to see the Twitter challenge and like Snog, Marry, Pie, and like the challenges where drama and juice is heated up. I don't give a fuck about these random like obstacle courses and shit. It literally means nothing to me. So I don't know how I'm going to feel about this. The first 3 episodes, there wasn't any like fun challenges in my perspective. I feel like while I was watching the challenges, I was like, are we done yet? Like, I just care about the other shit. I really don't care. I want drama. I don't care about these challenges. So we'll see if the challenges get better as things progress. But like, I don't really need to watch people dueling in a inflatable wrestling ring. You know what I mean? Like that. I don't give a shit about that. It's not entertaining to me. But they do have a pretty good stacked cast going on there. I forgot how much I love and cringe at Curtis. He's something, isn't he? My season 5 king. And I say that knowing that everybody from season 5 is my season 5 king. Anton is probably my true season 5 king. I love Anton for no reason. He was just so stupid. Like when they went and did that like grocery store montage of them going to go grocery shopping when they cooked dinner for everyone, and he was hitting on the cashier, and then he came back and was just talking to everybody about how he got the cashier's number. Meanwhile, he's fully in a couple. He was like, what did I do? He didn't get it at all. And he so genuinely didn't get it. Miss that guy. God bless him. See, he's who I would want to be on Love Island All-Stars. Bring back Anton. Bring back Anton. So I don't know. Although I don't really find the challenges to be entertaining, it is still an interesting switch up of the show to be like, this is like corny Survivor meets Love Island. This is like Survivor on super easy mode. And it's really dumb. And they're dating each other at the same time. But is any of it real? Because they're sort of just trying to pair up with who they're going to be able to do well in the challenges with. But also, these challenges are fucking ridiculous. So is that even like, can you even strategize? How do you know if someone's going to be good at like fighting with someone in an inflatable wrestling ring. Can we know that? I don't know. I don't know if we can know that. Or like being good at obstacle courses. I think the whole time in the first episode of Love Island Games, they do like an obstacle course, and the girls have to dive in these water tanks to find these like hearts. And most of the girls didn't find the hearts. They like were in these water tanks and just gave up. Only 2 of the girls that went through the course actually found all the hearts and made it through the whole course. Everyone else at some point gave up. And I was like, exactly. Like, me too. And I feel like most of the people that are going on a show like Love Island are not going to be like committed to doing a fucking obstacle course. Jeff Probst isn't even here. What's the draw? What's the appeal to this obstacle course? I'm just going through for no reason. I've got fake lashes on, okay? I've got fucking Ardell Demi Wispies falling off my face because you're making me do fucking a polar plunge for these random plastic hearts. Yeah, I wouldn't be good at that either. Mostly because I can't open my eyes underwater at all. Don't ask me to try. I can't do it. Not in any type of water. Not in a pool, not in the ocean, not in fucking bath water. I can't open my eyes underwater. I don't know how you people do it. I think it's crazy that some of you can. Like, every time I see those videos of people who do like mermaids for a living and they like work at aquariums being mermaids, the fact that you people can just like be underwater with your eyes open, you are aliens to me. Let me put it that way. That's how difficult it is. And that's all I could think about when I was watching the first episode of Love Island was like, I would be so embarrassed about it too. Like, I'm supposed to be dating these people and now I have to do this obstacle course with one Ardell Demi Wispy on, and I can't do the thing correctly at all because I'd be going in blind. I'd be 3 blind micing in that tank, dude. I'm not opening my eyes. I can't do it. I've actually thought about this all the time. Like, I've thought about how I need nobody to ever drown in my presence because I can't save you. Number 1, I'm not a strong enough swimmer. But number 2, I can't open my eyes to find you. I can't do it. And sometimes in my head, I'm like, do you think that like if the adrenaline was pumping and I had to like dive in the water and save someone, could I do it? And I genuinely don't think I could. I think I'd just die too. But then it's like, am I supposed to do that? Like, if someone that I love is drowning, am I supposed to just let myself die too? Knowing that if I try to save them, I'm not going to be able to. Because I feel like if I don't try, then it's like I have to live the rest of my life with that guilt. So do I have to just accept that I have to try to save them from drowning, knowing that I'm not going to be able to do it? I don't know. This is what I think about. All because I can't open my eyes underwater. I don't know. Is it because I have blue eyes? Everything is just more sensitive. The same way that like if the sun is out, I can't fucking see shit. Oh my God. People with blue eyes be like, I just want to see, dude. I just want to open up my eyes and see the world. All the elements are getting in the way. And the fact that some of you don't seem to have a problem with the elements disturbs me. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how the rest of the show goes. I am entertained. And I am intrigued. I just don't know that I'm going to love Love Island Games the way I love regular Love Island. It's just different to me. I don't know if I needed Love Island to be Survivor. I just feel like Love Island is perfect as it is. But, you know, this is still fun. And I'm seeing familiar faces and I'm enjoying myself. And it's a nice little appetizer before we get back into the regular Love Island season in January. So we'll see how it goes. I'll update you guys as I have more thoughts. I've entered my movie watcher era. Not that I've ever not been in a movie watcher era. I feel like I've always watched a good amount of movies, but I'm in my movie watcher era right now because I recently got a season pass to Alamo Drafthouse, which I had Movie Pass back in the day, back in the prime days of Movie Pass. I had Movie Pass and I was in my movie era at that point in time because I was getting my money's worth. And then Movie Pass came back last year, like opened up a beta thing. And then earlier this year, I got let into the beta and I got Movie Pass and I had it for like 2 or 3 months before I canceled it because I was like, this is just so not worth it. Because the way that Movie Pass does it is like you pay a certain tiered price per month. You can choose to pay like $10 or $20, $30, and whatever you choose to pay, you get a certain amount of points. And then each movie you go to is worth a different amount of points depending on like what time of day it is. So morning movies are cheaper than movies that are at 7 p.m. I'm sure weekdays are cheaper than weekends, whatever. There's priced differently via the points. So it's like if you got the lowest tiered option, which is like $10 a month, you could see like one movie. Like that's how many points you would have. And points roll over to the next month, but then if you don't use them by the end of the next month, they expire. So anyways, I just felt like the system was kind of irritating because it's like, what's the point of this? I might as well just buy tickets to the movies. Like I'm saving money in a very minor way. It's like I got half of a movie free. You know, I saw one movie at a discounted rate. It's not like I got any like free movies out of that. So I just canceled it because I was like, this is kind of a stupid system. Alamo Drafthouse, however, does the season pass where for $30 a month you can see as many movies as you want, up to one a day. Well, I'm not seeing more than one movie a day. So you can see one movie a day, $30 a month at Alamo Drafthouse. And I was like, that's a great deal. Also, I feel like I'm always going to Alamo Drafthouse anyways. That's always the movie theaters that I'm going to because I love being served at my seat while I'm watching a movie. It's just so deluxe to me. Got the season pass. I've been seeing so many movies. I've been enjoying myself so much. And I also love that it's all done in the Alamo Drafthouse app. This sounds like I'm just like promoting Alamo Drafthouse now, but really it's so enjoyable to me. And you can just buy your movie ticket and your seat all in the app so that when you get to the Alamo Drafthouse, you don't have to talk to anybody. You just walk straight to the theater and sit in your seat. It's awesome. I love it. And you can schedule movies in advance. So I already have movies scheduled for the next fucking 3 weeks because I'm a dork. I'm a fucking dork, and I have been scheduling movies 3 weeks out in advance. What are you gonna do about it? Yeah, I did already buy my ticket to go see Wonka at the end of December. I did. I don't even really care about seeing that movie, and I did already buy the ticket because I'm excited about it, just because I want to see movies. I don't know. So now I'm seeing like every single movie that's coming out, except for the ones that I don't give a shit about. Marvel's, not gonna see me in that theater. Napoleon, I might go. Probably not. I don't really care. If I run out of every other movie to watch, maybe I'll go see Napoleon. I like Joaquin Phoenix, but like, who gives a shit? Boy movies. Boo. But I'm so excited to see Eileen and Poor Things. Already have my tickets for those two too. Because I'm addicted to the Alamo Drafthouse app now. I check it every day to see like what movie times they've added for weeks in advance to be like, can I book another movie? Like, can I book another in advance? You only have to go see 2 movies to make it worth it. So if you see more than 2 movies a month, it's free movies. So I'm seeing so many free movies. Okay. And you know what? They're still making money because I'm buying popcorn and food and shit while I'm there. So it's worth it to them. Give me free movies. Give Maddie free movies. And she will spend $12 on a popcorn. Yes, she will. And you know what? Another crazy thing. Alamo Drafthouse slay. Another thing that happened at Alamo Drafthouse last week. So last week I saw 3 movies. I saw The Holdovers, Dream Scenario, and Saltburn. First of all, The Holdovers and Saltburn, everyone everywhere has to go see. They were both so good. I actually could write essays on how much I loved both of those movies. The Holdovers is a new Christmas classic. I'm saying it now. That movie is a Christmas banger. It's a Christmas banger. So if you're looking for a movie to get you in the holiday spirit, to give you a little something good, to make you shed a tear or two, watch The Holdovers. It was so good. I cried my little heart out, and it was just so lovely and wonderful, and I won't spoil anything. That was that. Different vibe, switching the vibes. Saltburn. It infiltrated my top 4 on Letterboxd. I'm not even kidding. It was incredible. It is one of the horniest movies ever, and it's wild, and I loved it. I loved it. It is so beautifully shot. The cinematography is fucking insane. Jacob Elordi with an eyebrow piercing. What's going on? So good. And I won't say anything specifically, because I'm not going to spoil it, but there are some scenes in Saltburn that got a vocal response from the audience that I would like to discuss in about a month when people have had time to go see this movie. So let's loop back. We'll give it a few weeks, probably not a full month because I'll probably be on my winter break by then. Woo! If you're new here, Maddie takes a winter break at the end of the year. So the show will take a pause. So just, we're priming you in advance. I'm letting you know. There's going to be a few weeks where there is no show because Maddie's taking a vacation. And by vacation, I mean sitting at home and doing nothing. So I don't know. Give it a few weeks and we'll loop back around and we'll talk about the scenes in Saltburn that I need to discuss with you guys. In that time, please go watch Saltburn. It's so good. And also please go watch The Holdovers. So good. Anyways, point of me saying all this, I want to see 3 movies. With Alamo Drafthouse, they have victory rewards, which is like you earn rewards the more movies you go see. So I had a reward for a free drink, a free beverage with my movie. And I didn't know how the rewards worked or how redeeming the rewards worked. So I just did what I always have been doing. I walked into the theater. I just went and I sat. I was there by myself. So I just went and I sat. And when the concierge or like waiter came over to me in the theater, I was like, oh, I have a free drink reward. And he was like, okay, cool. And he brings me my free drink. And I was like, okay, so that's how you do it. You just say it to the waiter in the theater and they bring you your drink. But then the reward didn't disappear from my app. In my head, I was like, oh, well, my seat is associated with my ticket. So maybe when he puts my order in, I order like drink and a popcorn. And he goes and puts my order in the back. He can like take it off my account. Because on the back end, you can see that my account is associated with the seat. I don't know. I didn't know how it worked. So I just assumed that it would get taken off my account. But then days passed and I still had the reward on my page. And I was like, damn, what happened? Like, why do I still have this reward? Like, could I use it again? So I asked one of my friends that has the Alamo Drafthouse season pass and has used rewards before. And she was like, you have to take it to the front desk before the show and they print you off a ticket that you're supposed to give to the guy. So this waiter at the theater was just being nice to me. He gave me a fucking free drink, didn't even use my free drink pass for it. So shout out to him wherever he is. But also you could have told me because I didn't know. I wasn't trying to be a scammer. I swear to God, I never would have tried to scam Alamo Drafthouse for a free drink if I knew that's what I was doing. I genuinely thought that's how I would order it. So anyways, went back in to see another movie when I went to go see Saltburn. I went back in, I did it the right way. And I got my free drink ticket. And I went to go watch the movie. It was with my friend Jordan. And we sit down. I order my free Diet Coke. A few minutes later, Diet Coke arrives. Beautiful, delicious, tasty, nectar of the gods. Couldn't have asked for anything more in this lifetime. About 5 minutes later, another Diet Coke shows up. And I'm like, that's weird. Why did another Diet Coke show up? I didn't order another one. But I was like, I don't know. Maybe it's a mistake. Maybe they're going to come back and get it and bring it to the next person. 10 minutes later, another Diet Coke shows up. We're in the middle of the movie at this point. I just look at Jordan. I'm like, oh no. What if they just keep coming? Why do I have 3 Diet Cokes in front of me right now? So I don't know why that happened. I had 1 free drink and I was given 3. And I was like joking before the movie started to Jordan about how I scammed Alamo Drafthouse. And I felt like because I talked about accidentally scamming Alamo Drafthouse, the universe was like, it was an accident, baby. Scam some more. And like made it so that the fucking till that takes the orders glitched and put my Diet Coke in 3 times. I don't know. All I know is that I have now received 4 free Diet Cokes from Alamo Drafthouse. So anyways, highly recommend getting an Alamo Drafthouse season pass. I've been movieing it up over here and I've been really enjoying myself. So everyone go see The Holdovers and Saltburn because they are so fucking good. And we will talk about those 2 scenes from Saltburn in like 2 weeks. Remember it. Let them stick and marinate in your brain. All right. I'm going to have to go back and see it again because I loved it so much. Oh, I can't wait to talk about it with you guys. As you guys are watching this, it is Black Friday, which means there is a big Emotionally Online merch sale going on. When you go to shopmaddiedrosbeck.com, you can buy the Emotionally Online merchandise for 20% off through this weekend. Right now, I have the Emotionally Online lavender hoodie on. I also have the matching sweatpants on as well. You can't see underneath my big blanket, but trust, the sweat set is being worn. The sweat set is so comfy. It's so cute. This is like the perfect shade of purple to me, but we also have an embroidered Emotionally Online sweater as well as an Emotionally Online band tee in the shop. So if you or someone you love is both emotionally available and a fan, or a fan is a fan, will always be a fan of the greatest podcast ever, according to me, Maddie Drosbeck, CEO of Sleepovers, then maybe this is a great gift idea for them. If you would like one, you send this link to someone you know. Whoever's buying you a gift and you want to give them a little hint, say this would be really cool. Send them a link, shopmaddiedrosbeck.com. Snatch up that Emotionally Online merchandise. Wow, it's at a 20% discount, baby. Get in there. So with that, let's get into some submissions. For those of you that don't know, there is a submission box for the show where you can submit anything and everything that's going on in your life. You need some requests for advice, and am I the asshole? Questions about a crush, maybe a topic you want to suggest. Anything you'd like to bring up at the sleepover is welcomed. I was actually reflecting earlier this week on conversation topics that were had at sleepovers in the past, which I think I need to do some digging into my old computer, which I will do when I'm at home. You know what? I'll just bring my old computer here so we can do some deep research on my high school self. I know that we have evidence, scientific evidence of some of my behavior at sleepovers in middle and high school. I'm pretty sure I talked about this in a video once in college. I'll have to go back and find that video because I'm sure I read a lot of it out in that video. I would love to find this again though. I just remember in the 8th grade, I had the biggest, fattest crush on someone. This is probably like the first like infatuation that I ever experienced. This was like, I had crushes throughout my life before this, but those were like, you know, like, hee, I'm a kid and I have a crush because adults told me I should have crushes, or I don't know. I just remember being younger and being like fucking 2nd grade and everyone's like, ooh, who do you have a crush on? Or adults would like see your class photos and be like, oh, he's cute. Do you like him? And it's like, I'm a baby. I don't know what you're talking about. So I don't know. I had like crushes when I was younger, but I think my first like crush where my heart was fucking pumping was in the 8th grade with this boy that I just adored. He and I did end up hooking up in college, so shout out to him. He's great. He's awesome. We're still friendly. Anyways, I'm pretty sure he knows about this, so this isn't insane. He's probably not watching. He did DM me yesterday on Instagram, but I'm pretty sure he's not watching. But even if he is, if you are watching, hello, welcome. Love you, Bestiana. So glad we had sex a few times in 2017. Okay, anyways. I had a crush on him in middle school, and she was a Lover Girl, okay? CEO of Lover Girls USA since birth. Okay, we knew this. And I had a list in my computer of 100 reasons why I liked him. So sweet. Such a sweetie and a cutie I was and am, okay? A list of 100 reasons why I liked him. And I also was so shameless about it. So I remember being at sleepovers where we'd all be in a circle and my friends would be like, what's number 16? What's number 42? And I would just read them off what each of the numbers was. They would rattle out a number and I'd be like, this is what it is. Everyone knew I adored him. was not afraid of showing it. So anyways, I would love to go back through my old high school journals and diaries and notes and shit. The stuff that I would have talked about at sleepovers in middle and high school. I think that it could be a worthwhile endeavor to go through those journal entries, the evidence, the scientific evidence of sleepovers past. It could be fun for us. So anyways, treat the submission box like that. If you want to write a list of 100 reasons why you like someone, you can do that. I can't promise that I'll read it out on the show, but you can submit it and I will read it. Hello, Maddie. Love ya. My question for you is, how have you become comfortable sharing your sexual life / experiences online while maintaining a great relationship with your parents? Have they ever expressed concern / distaste for the subjects you share publicly? For context, I'm 26 years old, recently divorced, and I'm about to have 2 kids. Yet my mom continues to make me feel insecure / police my choices and decisions around dating and sex well into adulthood. I make decisions that feel right and safe for me and feel there isn't cause for concern on her part. I want to have a communicative relationship about my dating life, yet feel like I need to sneak and hide around her like I'm back in high school. Thoughts? How do you own your sexuality and retain that closeness with your parents? Transparently, I probably won't have the best answer for this because my parents have never cared about that kind of thing. I feel like my whole life, really, my parents have never really shamed my siblings and I for being who we were or for maturing accordingly. You know, like my parents never tried to keep me small or keep me little or keep me young. Like, I feel like they always supported me growing up and naturally talking about things that come with that age and getting older and being an adult. I don't know. My parents are not strict people. And also my parents were never like the type of people that have like a version of themselves that they are with their kids and a version of themselves they are with other adults. Like I feel like I witnessed my parents be adults the way they are with other adults my whole life. Like my parents have pretty crude senses of humor, and that was never like hidden. You know? Like I don't really think that my parents they're just not uptight. They're not strict. They don't give a shit. I don't know. Sex was just never really a taboo topic in my house. I mean, I think particularly with my mom, I always trusted her and felt like I could go to her when I needed to get, STD tests done for the first time. She was who I went to. I was like, Mom, I really need to do this. I don't know what to do. I was 18 or 19 at the time. I probably could have figured it out on my own if I really didn't want to include her in that process, but I never felt like I had to hide that from her. Like when I wanted to get STD tested for the first time in between partners, I'd only had sex with one person at the time, and I was seeing someone new and I wanted to get tested to be safe. So it's not like this was like a panic-stricken, Mom, I need to get tested. This was like I'm 18, 19 years old. I'm trying to practice being sexual responsibly, and I trust that I can go to my mom and ask her to help me make an appointment to get tested without her being mad or judging me or anything like that. She never shamed me. She never made me feel weird. She just said, okay, cool. Yeah, I can help you set up an appointment. And that was that. She didn't grill me. She didn't make me feel bad. Nothing. And I know that I'm really lucky to have parents that were like that were not very strict, and that made coming to them feel really easy. Because that's not the case with a lot of people. Granted, despite this, that doesn't mean that my parents like want to hear everything that I'm saying on the internet about sex. My family doesn't watch my videos or listen to my podcasts for the most part. I think occasionally my parents might watch a video or two if it comes across their feed, but they definitely don't listen to the podcast. I don't even know that they would know where to find the podcast. Yeah, I think my dad checks up on my YouTube channel quite a bit, and I think he reads the titles and just knows what to watch and what not to watch, you know? I think my parents are pretty good at knowing what's for them and what's not for them, and just because something isn't for them doesn't mean it's bad. So, you know, my parents will acknowledge what I'm posting, and they'll acknowledge that they're not going to watch what I'm posting, but they don't care that I post it, and they also don't need to watch it. Like, it's not for them. But if they want to, they can. Like, I know some of my like extended family watches my videos and more religiously than my parents do, but none of them care either. They don't watch it to be haters. They watch it because they think it's cool and they like what I post. I don't know. My family honestly just doesn't give a shit. I definitely recognize it's sort of a unique situation. I just think my family is more like chill about all of it, and they also don't feel the need to keep up with everything I do on social media. So they're just sort of like, cool, Maddie's doing what she does, and we don't need to watch all of it. Because my parents don't need to hear my advice for how to feel confident on top during sex. They for sure don't. You know, they don't care about that. But they'll watch my other videos every now and then, every once in a while. But yeah, I think overall my parents just kind of respect that I'm my own person and that my decisions are my decisions, and they don't need to be the audience for everything that I do. Hello, Maddie. I love your videos and podcasts, and I have thoughts on the great dick and cock debate and boob/tit. I wouldn't call myself an expert, but I am a romance writer and have read and written more than my fair share of sex scenes. Anyone who thinks dick is right in a sexual situation is absolutely high. I always use cock during sex scenes without exception. Never dick or member, but let's not get into that. I also rarely use dick outside of sexual scenes either. It's mostly an insult in my books. On the chesticles, 85% of the time I use tits, but I'll throw in a boobs or even a my girls if I'm going for a more chill/silly vibe. What do you think about the word pussy? I used to not like it, but I've grown to love it, even thinking about exploring more with cunt, as long as it's just dirty talk. I say the dirtier, the better. Now, there's actually a second submission in the box that sort of connects to this one, and this one says, I heard another debate going around, and I'm curious to what your opinion is. Which do you prefer to hear during dirty talk, vagina, pussy, or cunt? Guys, I love these debates. Keep them coming. Keep these topics rattling off in the inbox. We've got to get to the bottom of what the people think, okay? All right. This one seems maybe the most obvious out of all of them to me. Like, dick and cock feels the most, like, debatable to me. Tits and boobs feels more obvious. Vagina, pussy, cunt, the most obvious to me. I'll tell you what it's for sure not. And it's for sure not vagina. You thought I was going to say cunt. Psych. It's for sure not vagina. Vagina to me is like it's too exact. We're in a doctor's office. We're pointing to the diagram. I don't know. If someone said the word vagina to me during dirty talk, I might be like, unless we were doing like doctor-patient role play. But even then, I don't know if I would like it. I think I actually want my doctor to say pussy if we're doing dirty talk. I just don't think, I don't know, the word vagina, it's too clinical. It's too sterile. It's doctor's office talk. I don't know. It's just not, it's not what that word is for to me. It's like it's not a part of the dirty talk dictionary to me. I would rather you say pussy, I think. Definitely. Pussy feels totally appropriate for dirty talk to me. The most appropriate to me. Cunt. Let's discuss. Because I understand this is a hard no for some people. And I'm pretty sure I've talked about this before. Because I'm pretty sure that for me, I think it would really depend on who it was coming from. If this is like, I think in most of the sexual experiences that I've had in my life up until this point, if any of them had said the word cunt, I would have been so not okay with it. However, if I am in a long-term committed relationship with someone that I love and trust and just, would give my whole self and heart to, I just feel like so completely and utterly safe and at home with this person. If I am in a relationship like that, they can say cunt for sure. There's like something sexy about it to me for sure. And part of it is like it's sexy because it is like a little shocking. Also, I do just like the word cunt. I don't know. I think I would like it though. I do think I would think it was hot, but it does have to come from a specific person. If it was like, because the thing is, I think about like if any of the guys I hooked up with in college, anybody that I ever was in like a casual dynamic with, if any of them ever said the word cunt, I think I would have swung. Because I don't think it works in that dynamic for me. It feels disrespectful in that dynamic. But when it's coming from someone that you have like such an intimate, loving, safe relationship with, and during dirty talk, they say cunt, it almost makes me feel powerful. I don't know how to describe that. I don't know why that is, but it's like, I don't know. The context changes for me. It does. Pussy is great. Cunt is a hard maybe. Vagina is a no. So go with pussy. That feels like the safest choice to me is pussy. It's the most appropriate for dirty talk. When else are you using the word pussy to refer to a vagina? You're not. Like if I'm talking to my friends, if I'm talking to my doctor, I'm not going to refer to my vagina as my pussy to my doctor. That'd be crazy. I bet someone's done that before though. Like I bet somebody has gone on for like their pap smear and used the word pussy when talking to their doctor. Someone somewhere has, and that's so funny to me. The idea of saying the word pussy to my gynecologist is crazy. But somebody's done it. Somebody somewhere has done it. They were so brave, and I wonder if they ever think about it. Because you know that somebody somewhere has done it, but like, did that somebody somewhere think it was weird? Was it embarrassing to them? Or did they just refer to their vagina as their pussy in a doctor's office and think nothing of it? We all live such different lives, you know? That seems crazy to me, but to someone else, they might be listening to this right now. That someone somewhere might be listening to this today going, oh my God, was it weird that I said my pussy in reference to my vagina in a doctor's office? And the answer is maybe. The answer is, I don't know what your doctor thinks, but to me, that's kind of funny. I don't know. I think for me with dirty talk, if it's someone that I feel really comfortable and safe with, I know I said this last time, but it really is sort of like an anything goes situation with me. If we're that close and intimate and I don't know, I give you the okay to sort of do whatever do whatever feels right for you. Whatever word is inspiring you today is the one that you can use. Hi, Maddie. This is a question that may be difficult to answer given your profession, but I'm wondering if it's really that weird to not have a very robust social media presence. Is it a red flag if someone doesn't have posts on Instagram about the things that they do and pictures with their friends? I actually feel like you'll probably hear more people like me that are very online and do social media for a living and are very just... she's on the internet. She's emotionally online. Okay. I think you'll more often hear people like me say that it's not important. I think most of the time the people that say that having a social media presence is important are like everyday sort of like average users of social media. I don't think that most people that do social media as a job think that being on social media is like a prerequisite to being normal or seeming like fine on a dating app. I don't know. I've dated lots of people without social media. I don't think it's weird at all. Personally, I think when I was younger, I probably did say it was weird, but I think that was more me parroting what other people were saying and not how I actually felt. Because truthfully, I don't think that it's weird. And I actually think that me being on social media so much is why I don't think that it's weird for people to not have it. I actually very deeply understand why people wouldn't want to be on social media all the time. It's really bad for your mental health. I totally get it. So that's why I think that you'll more often see people that have more like everyday sort of relationships with social media say that not having social media is weird or like a turn off of some kind. I'm actually more impressed with people that aren't on social media than anything else, because I think I'm more like, you've lived such a different life than me. I actually don't know how you can exist right now and not be on social media. Granted that I love it here, you know, for as hard as it is and how like toxic a lot of social media is, and how I totally deeply honestly and truly understand why someone wouldn't want to be on social media. I also love social media. It's why I do it as a job. So much of my like hobbies and interests do lie in like internet content creation, and I'm such a huge fan of so many content creators. Social media is such a huge part of my life, both like professionally and otherwise. I'm a fan of, you know, YouTubers and podcasters and whatever else before I am anything else. And like, I love it. I love the internet. I love social media. I love, you know, the drama, the stories, everything that goes on. It's so silly and fun to me. But it's also like wild to me how someone could have avoided social media or just like isn't on it, because I just don't, I don't know. I've lived a very specific life, I guess. I've been online for as long as I can remember, and it seems like just so fascinating to me that somebody could have just avoided all of it and live such a different life. It actually just, I've got questions. I've got so much to ask, because we just have probably lived very different lives. But that doesn't deter me from wanting to see someone or befriend someone or anything. It's just we're different people. But I don't take it as a red flag or anything like that. I dated someone, I guess it was 2 years ago now. It does not feel like it was that long ago. But I was dating someone who was a philosophy professor at a college, and he had no social media. And he was probably one of the best people I've dated in the last few years. So I don't think having a robust social media presence matters at all. And I have a feeling most people don't care about that. Shorter episode today, but it's getting late and I've got to go pack for this trip home to visit my parents. So thank you guys so much for listening again. Black Friday sale going on right now at shopmaddiedrossback.com. All Emotionally Online merch is 20% off through the rest of this weekend. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for listening, and I will see you next week.